Joey Logano just destroyed something big inside NASCAR, and nobody saw it coming. A major decision about his future is already shaking Team Penske. But that's only the start. A pit crew just got cut mid-season, a driver admitted he gave up a Cup Series contract, and a partnership nobody expected just hit the sport. This is a loaded one. Let's get into it. Joey Logano is 35 years old, three-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, still driving full-time for Team Penske in the No. 22 Ford. But he just confirmed something that makes it clear. He already knows what life after racing looks like. On SiriusXM NASCAR radio, Logano was asked flat out about his future. Would he ever leave the car and step into a TV booth full-time? He gave a direct answer. He said, "I don't know when that time is yet, to be honest with you. I know it's more than 5 years out, but it definitely seems like something that I would want to do." That's not a casual answer. That's a man with a plan. Since 2024, Logano has been working on Fox Sports broadcasts. He's been in the driver's only booth for Xfinity Series races. On weekends, when the Cup Series and Xfinity both ran, he was doing double shifts, driving in one race, calling another. This past February, he was right there in the main broadcast booth at the Daytona 500, working alongside Kevin Harvick. The Kevin Harvick comparison matters a lot here. Harvick retired, walked straight into the Fox booth, and became one of the most respected voices in NASCAR. Logano is watching that blueprint and taking careful notes. On the NASCAR Live podcast, Logano said, "I love it. I like just hanging out, talking about race cars. It's who I am." He also made his position very clear. "When I am done driving, I am not just going to leave the sport." I don't agree with that. When you look at what Kevin's doing right now, not only does he enjoy doing it and is getting paid, but it's great for the sport. Now here's where the 2026 season adds a different layer. Logano is sitting 12th in the standings with just 218 points. He's only managed 2 top 5 finishes and 3 top 10s all year. So, the question hanging over Team Penske right now is real. Is Logano still the same threat he was as champion? Or is one eye already drifting toward a microphone? Here's the thing. Logano has 3 championships. He has nothing left to prove as a driver, and when a man of his caliber starts talking openly about what comes after racing, you have to take that seriously. The broadcast booth just keeps looking more and more like a natural next step. Whether he admits it or not, the path is already being built. Now, let's shift to the other half of Team Penske, because Ryan Blaney is in the middle of a serious problem, and the team just made a major move to fix it. Blaney is one of the fastest drivers in the sport. His car has the speed. Kyle Larson said after Bristol that Blaney was extremely good, by far had the best car. But none of that matters if the pit stops keep killing him. This season, Blaney has lost 88 track positions on pit road alone. He's only held his position 51% of the time during stops. That number is one of the worst in the series. At Bristol last week, he lost 11 spots in a single race just on pit road. That is not a small problem. That is a structural issue costing him wins. NASCAR heads to Kansas Speedway this weekend for the Advent Health 400. That's the first live test for this new pit crew lineup. There's no warm-up period here. Blaney needs this to work immediately. He can't afford to lose another 10 positions every week and stay in contention. The pressure on this new unit is massive from day one. When you drive for Roger Penske, excuses simply don't fly. Blaney knows his championship window is wide open right now, but a championship-caliber driver absolutely requires a flawless pit crew. In the fiercely competitive modern Cup Series, you simply cannot outdrive a bad pit stop. It's not about speed or standings. It's about a moment that could have changed a career forever, and the choice that ended it. BJ McLeod sat down on Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s podcast and told a story that most NASCAR fans have never heard. He said he once had a legitimate shot at a Cup Series seat. There was money on the table. There were years on the contract. But the deal came with one condition attached. He was told to fire his agent, walk away from the person representing him, and sign with a different group. The people behind the offer had their own agent set up, and they wanted full control over the deal. McLeod described the moment directly. "They told me, even told me a money amount of years, and the last conversation I had was, I had to fire my agent and sign with this group. He refused. He kept his agent. The opportunity disappeared." McLeod has competed at lower levels of NASCAR ever since. That Cup seat never came back. It is the ultimate what if for a guy who has fiercely grinded for decades. In a sport completely dominated by cutthroat corporate politics and massive sponsorships, McLeod chose personal loyalty over the absolute biggest paycheck of his life. Most drivers would have signed that contract without hesitating. This story matters because it exposes the backroom politics most fans never see. It's not always about who's the fastest. Sometimes it comes down to a conversation in a back room, and the choice you make in that moment can define your whole career. Now here's the crossover story that took the garage by surprise, and it's one of the biggest moves the sport has made in years. RFK Racing just announced a full collaboration with Liverpool Football Club, and this is not a small logo on a quarter panel. Chris Buescher's No. 17 Ford Mustang Dark Horse is going full Liverpool at Sonoma Raceway on June 28. The car will carry Liverpool's iconic red color sweeping across the entire body. Liverpool's famous Liverbird logo goes on the door panel. Both RFK Racing and Liverpool FC sit under Fenway Sports Group. Trimble, a global technology company and active sponsor for both organizations, brought this together. This is Fenway Sports Group using its full portfolio to build something bigger than either brand alone. This isn't the first time RFK Racing has done something like this. They ran a Boston Red Sox-themed paint scheme in a prior season, another FSG brand on a race car. But the Liverpool deal is a different level entirely. Liverpool FC is the reigning Premier League champion. They hold the fastest-growing U.S. fan base of any club in English soccer's top flight. Millions of supporters across the country are already invested in this team. Putting that brand on a NASCAR car during a World Cup summer isn't just a sponsorship. It's a statement. The car gets its first public reveal at Premier League Mornings Live in Tampa on April 18 and 19. Former Liverpool goalkeeper David James will be there in person. Fans get to see the car before it ever turns a lap at Sonoma. The timing was planned carefully. The Sonoma race on June 28 falls less than 2 weeks before the World Cup final in New Jersey. Liverpool also has a 2026 U.S. preseason tour lined up. Nashville on July 25, New York on July 29, and Chicago on August 2. Soccer and NASCAR are colliding at the exact moment the eyes of the world are on the United States. Co-branded merchandise from this collaboration is also dropping. NASCAR fans and Liverpool supporters both get something to take home from this deal. That's everything. Joey Logano just confirmed his broadcasting future while Team Penske fights through a rough 2026 season. Ryan Blaney's pit crew got overhauled heading into Kansas. BJ McLeod exposed the harsh realities of NASCAR's backroom politics. And Chris Buescher is about to race the most unexpected paint scheme of the year at Sonoma. NASCAR never slows down. There's always another story right around the corner. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. A lot more is coming.